It's 6 a.m. Your alarm goes off. You don't hit snooze once. You hit it for times, then you open Instagram. Then you feel vaguely terrible about yourself. Then you finally get up, 40 minutes late, already behind, already defeated, and the day hasn't even started. Sound familiar? You're not broken. You just never had a system. The military doesn't rely on motivation or willpower. They rely on habits so deeply wired into the brain that hesitation doesn't even get a seat at the table. Psychology has a name for what they're doing. And once you understand it, you can't unsee it. 5 habits, that's it. The first one is the most underestimated thing you will ever hear. Make your bed. I know, you've heard it before. But here's what nobody explains. It's not about the bed. Think of your brain like an engine that needs a warm-up lap. The bed is the warm-up lap. One small task, completed, checked off. That tiny win triggers a signal that says, we finish what we start here. Psychologists call this a keystone habit, one small behavior that quietly restructures everything around it. One made bed, that's the domino second habit. Wake up at the same time every single day, including weekends. Every time you sleep in on Saturday, you're giving yourself jet lag. You're flying to a different time zone and wondering why Monday feels like moving through concrete. When your body knows exactly when it's waking up, it prepares for it. Cortisol starts rising about an hour before your alarm. Your brain is already warming the engine before you open your eyes. Break that pattern constantly, and your brain defaults to the easiest decision available. The snooze button. Third, do the hardest thing first. Not the most urgent, the hardest. Your willpower is like a phone battery. It starts the day at 100% and drains with every single decision you make. What to eat, what to wear, whether to answer that email. By 3 p.m. you're at 30%, and that workout feels completely optional. The military front loads the hard stuff before the day drains the battery. Physical training at dawn isn't just fitness, it's a statement. I handled the hardest part before most people are even awake. Stop saving your best energy for things that don't deserve it. Fourth habit, eat on a schedule, not a diet. Not tracking macros, just eating at the same times, every day, without negotiating with yourself about it. Your blood sugar is directly connected to your focus and your ability to make good decisions. When it crashes, your brain interprets that as a low-level emergency. And brains in emergency mode don't make disciplined choices. They make fast, impulsive ones. This is why you make your worst decisions when you're hungry. That's not weakness, that's biology. The military removes that variable entirely. Meals aren't a reward, they're maintenance. Fix the schedule. Fix the person. Fifth, and this one separates people who are disciplined for a week from people who are disciplined for a decade. Debrief yourself at the end of every day. 3 questions, 90 seconds. What did I do well today? What did I avoid that I shouldn't have? What's the one thing I'm doing first tomorrow? Your brain is wired to fixate on incomplete tasks. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik effect. That's why you lie in bed replaying everything you didn't finish. The debrief closes those loops on purpose. It tells your brain, processed, filed, done, sleep. 3 questions. 90 seconds. Sounds almost too simple. That's how you know it works. Now, the part nobody likes to talk about. All 5 habits are about control, predictability, structure, and that's genuinely powerful. But ask yourself honestly, are you building discipline or are you building a wall? Because sometimes rigid routine stops being a tool and starts being a way to avoid sitting with uncertainty. If one broken schedule completely derails your entire day, that's worth paying attention to. Discipline is a foundation, not a cage. You are not lazy. You are not undisciplined by nature. You were just never given a system that works with how your brain actually operates. Start with 1, the bed, the wake time, the hardest task first. Pick one and make it non-negotiable for the next 2 weeks. Which of these 5 have you been avoiding the longest? Drop it in the comments.